Hey, what's up guys, JQ with Tech Creation. So the Jaybird Freedoms aren't exactly a successor to the X2s. We still have to wait for the X3s to come out. It's more of a product in its own class. So the obvious difference here is the size and the design. So Jaybird has done some major size reduction here, and they're basically just sticks now, therefore they no longer stick out as much as the X2s did, meaning they don't look as ridiculous. They've achieved this by relocating the battery to your inline remote instead, and the sacrifice with that decision is that you only get a lousy 4 hours of battery at its best, so realistically we're looking at more like 2 hours and change in real world usage, which is just about what I've experienced after about a month of testing. Now to remedy that, Jaybird provides a handy portable battery clip, which I thought was pretty cool. Now this guy will give you an additional 4 hours of battery, and basically the way this works is you snap this guy onto the coils on the remote and it begins charging up your earbuds. Now it powers up via micro USB, and it's even capable of charging itself and the battery on the remote at the same time when it's plugged in, and the best part is you can even use your earbuds while the clip is attached charging wirelessly. So you have some spare juice at your disposal, which I found to come in handy a few times, and I certainly think is a neat solution. It also charges up pretty quick too because it's such a small battery. Now I couldn't find any specs, but if I'm not mistaken, each battery should certainly be somewhere below 100 milliamps. My only complaint though is since the clip is so small, it's very easy to lose, and given that there's no other way to charge up your earbuds, you'll be pretty much screwed, so just keep a good eye on it. Now the comfort level of the Jaybird Freedoms is over 9,000. The X-Fit design with these allows for tons of freedom in movement, hence the Jaybird Freedoms. Granted, it does take a minute to set up the X-Fit as with previous models, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out my video I did on the X2s where I explained it in full detail. But aside from that, it's easy to forget that they're on your head after some time, and I give the comfort level here a solid 10 out of 10. Now the carrying pouch is also a major improvement. It features a pretty tight snap enclosure, which doesn't get any easier than that. It's much preferred over the case of the X2s, which was a disaster in my opinion. And good thing they listened to all the complaints because I think this design works a lot better. And of course, as per usual, you have your wingtips to secure it in your ear canal, and a bunch of earbuds from small to large in both foam and silicone. So the Freedoms now feature vocal battery feedback, meaning that you now hear the battery level when powering the earbuds on, and periodically throughout your listening session. 60%, 40%, 20%, so on and so forth. Now of course I heard this frequently since the battery is so terrible, but nonetheless it's a huge improvement, and I found it to be very convenient. Now you can also view battery percentage from Jaybird's newly announced My Sound app. So Jaybird really put an emphasis on sound with these earbuds, giving you the ability to create custom EQs or choose from preloaded profiles to really nitpick for that sound that you're looking for. And it kind of reminds me of the Power Amp music player for Android. Now I don't mess with this too much. I'm personally okay with the signature preset, so I just leave it at that, but I think it's one of the more nicer companion apps out there. Now as far as the sound goes, honestly they sound no better than the Jaybird X2s. Punchy bass, vocal clarity, all that good stuff. Now I'm not sure how much better sound to expect when we're talking about in-ear wireless earbuds. I really had a hard time hearing any difference, but I will say though, one complaint, I still experienced the same cutting out that I had with the original Jaybirds, the Jaybird X2s, and now these. Audio keeps annoyingly cutting in and out, disrupting my listening experience regardless of which smartphone or streaming service I'm using, and I'm really not sure what causes this, but it really seems to be consistent with Jaybird earbuds. But I mean, who knows? Now it doesn't happen all the time, but enough for me to complain about it. The Freedoms also have a multi-point feature which allow you to pair two devices to the headset. This way you can hear music from one device and answer calls on the other. Although I personally don't use that feature, major props for being able to do that. And lastly, we have the SharePoint feature that allows you to pair two sets of Freedom earbuds to one device to share the same listening experience. Now I don't have a second pair of Jaybird Freedoms to test out, but I can't tell you how many times I've wished for this feature in the past in general period, so way to go Jaybird for that one. Now other than that, I mean, there's really not much to say. They're another great option when it comes to wireless in-ear earbuds, and the X3s are right around the corner, so enjoy these while they're out for now. They do retail for a whopping $200, which is a bit steep, but in usual fashion, the Jaybird X2s just got a $100 price cut on Amazon, so I'll go ahead and drop all those links down below in the description. If you own a pair of these, feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know how has your experience been, or if you're considering picking these up, go ahead and let me know down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and show some love to that like button. Be sure to subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.